within the mode, but we don't know if he has this much ice. Able to find the first one, though. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Goes for the challenge onto Mies, absolutely guns. Goes for the challenge onto Primal, guns him too. 18 seconds left. It's just one more player. X, dipping, diving is hidden. He finds the kill. Oh. Let's see what else Hidden Season has up his sleeve. Many moves as he's able to.
One shot dead. Dead. Another one. Dead. Stay right. Still on P5. I got one front. Horrible. Run! One shot dead! That's one on me! Dead! Behind me! Dead! Get fucking shit on!
Give it to Giraffe. You're gonna have to give it.
He's gotta do it again. 1v3. Down this time. 4-2. Finds one. Finds two. He can do it. No bullets. Picks up an MP40. 1v1. He finds it. 1v3. He did it again. Oh my god. He does it all the time.
One's river. One's top, one's river, one's top.
Ah, you can't.
Oh my fucking god.
Grab one. There's another one green that he's gonna turn on and absolutely bonks it with an MP40 now. He's able to dodge away. First, without getting any progress at B, your hopes of capturing B is really low, nearly impossible to do sometimes. So the fuel.
Welcome back. Hopefully all the stream and buffering has been fixed, but we return and this is the start of the first game of the Amateur World League Vanguard Major qualifiers. My name is Reader and I'm joined by Graph the Giraffe. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Reader. It's a great day for Call of Duty as we are sitting here between Electrify, Steel, and Aspyre to kick this one off. Both of these two teams, they are considered heavy hitters. I know you were telling me in the pregame that Aspyre, they've been kind of taking a little bit of break since the CCL. But hey, they could be coming out strong here, feel a little bit more refreshed. Maybe the comms are on point. They're feeling probably a little bit more relaxed, but when you're going up against a team like Electrify Steel that has not stopped the grind, it's just going to be, I think, difficult for them to be able to stop these powerhouse young players.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were watching any of the pregame talk show that was going on, a lot of predictions were thrown out there, and a lot of them were going towards Electrify Steel. That very well could be true, but it's going to be a fight and a good game both ways, absolutely. As we have a look at the head-to-head matchup, we know Hidden is out for tonight's matchup. I believe it's going to be Josh who's in. Everybody's rated 99 overall right now because, well, this is the first game of the season. Also, Pups, the sub for Aspyre Entertainment, is out. 50 Cent is in. So both teams having some star players knocked out of the roster due to some roster changes, but this is an opportunity for some guys to get into it early on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing I'm going to love to see are these map sets coming our way as we have a Bocage map 1. This is where your gunny is going to be able to allow yourself to warm on up. You see it time and time again. People come out slower. If you're waiting, Bocage is where you really are just allowed to give yourself a warm-up game. Make mistakes, I think, is a little bit more common on that map. You have a Berlin S&D for the map 2. You have a Tuscan control for the map 3. Berlin map 4 if we get to that point. And to finish it off, it is somehow the slowest S&D map. It will be the Bocage S&D. But this is going to be an incredible series coming our way. And Reader, I guess Well, what can you tell us a little bit from the players of Aspyre?
Well, you know what? They're a Canadian collegiate Call of Duty team, primarily. They played throughout the CCL and were one of the top-rated Canadian college teams, and they should not be underestimated. They have a quality control game, and that's the primary reason why I think they're not going to go out in 3. And I think it could change the shape of this entire matchup, but we know Electrify Steel has a very strong hardpoint, and Search and Destroy sounds like it could be up in the air for both of these teams. So entertaining nonetheless. I think that Aspyre could take this control on Tuscan, as they had one of the highest control percentages in the Canadian division of the CCL. So we'll have to watch out for that come map 3, but let's talk right away about how hectic Bocage hardpoint map 1. Both teams are just going to be getting warm, and I think it could go either way just because of that. And it's really about whichever team wants to start early, whichever team is hungry right away.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot agree with you more. As the players I think to really watch out for, if you're an Electrify Steel fan, it is Reps. He has been the talk of the town here, especially for the under 18 COD League. All these players, I believe, are under 18, so they have the gunny on point. But hey, we're going to have to just wrap this one up here real quick, as we are, I think, right ahead on into the Bocage map 1. And Reader, I'm ready to kick this one off for the Amateur World League.
Yeah, me too. Let's get right into it.
And here we are. It looks like we are loading. I'm not sure if we actually load on in or if this is just the loading screen, but either way, for the Bocage, like you said, this is a game where you have to warm it on up. You have to have the gunny on point. And I have to give the edge to the side of Electrify Steel, just due to the fact of I've seen the capability of all these players. They are the #1 team in the under 18 COD League. I think it's just going to be difficult for the side of Aspyre to keep up with their slay power.
Yeah, very well could be. It looks like Aspyre is going to start back Granny's side. They're going to want to switch these spawns almost right away, where Electrify Steel is going to want to hold on to them through P1. 50 Cent is actually going to achieve first blood. He's going to get traded out by Rep there right away. Radix falls as well, and the hard point gets stepped on by Electrify Steel for just a second there, or by Aspyre, and they'll take the first 3 points of this map.
Yeah, and I already like what the side of Electrify Steel did. They just ran all the way through Riverside. I'm pretty sure it was Reps or Josh, as they just worked their way to the backside, and now they should have those spawns for the P2 for the side of Aspyre. You have Bonk, though. He's starting to hit people right on the head, as he's on a 3-1 start. This is exactly what you want to be. 50 Cent, he has truly worked himself into the club here for the side of Aspyre, as he's filling on in. But on this P1 hardpoint, it's going to be so difficult just to get any amount of time, due to the fact that, hey, it's all about that P2 rotation.
Yeah, Rep here is going to hold on to the AR for his team. Aspyre will most likely be... Oh, Josh has one out too, so they're going to be running 2 subs, 2 ARs, and in a close range match, that can be a gamble. Bocage traditionally having a lot of short range gunfights. You want to have your sub out for some of those fights. Radix is actually going to win that AR fight out wide, and if he's all on his own, he's got to make sure he dominates those long angles here. Still, Electrify Steel has gained 35 points off this P2 early. 50 Cents just now getting into the back, does get taken down by Khan.
Yeah, and Electrify Steel so far, I mean, they're getting taken off a point here and there, but either way, it's been a majority of that time going their way. Mies, he was on that early rotation, does get shut down by Bonk, who is just ready and waiting for this P3 grenades. But look at the bottom left of your mini-map. As you can see, Rep, yep, he comes all the way in. He rotates early. He should find the player in the back for the side of Aspyre, but they're getting a little bit of a parallel spawn here. Another big gunfight. It's going to be Radix. Still looking for that player, and this is going to be a big gunfight. Radix is still sniffing him out, as well as Rep. He knows there's somebody nearby, but Radix, he will end up getting that kill. But either way, on the point, it has been Electrify Steel. They are starting this one off hot, and it is Khan, the submachine gun, sitting at 10-4, 4 in a row. Steel, they're fighting for every single second of this time.
Yeah, it looked like Rep was trying to get or get the spawn trap started for Electrify Steel. Exactly what you need when you don't have the spawns for this hard point, and it's how you get time. Bonk and Mega Radix specifically were able to fight his way out of it early on, so they're not quite spawn trapped. That gate heady is going to be awful for them to deal with in the last 10 seconds of this hard point before we move over to Barn. But as you see the map, Electrify Steel is already there and ready. P2 side holding that strong, and they are getting 4 or 3 down at least now on Old. So they're going to have a good piece of map control here for a second. Unfortunately, I think spawns flipped on them, so Aspyre might be able to get a quick retake on this P4.
Yeah, and I think that was a little bit of a mistake there by Electrify Steel. They had too many players pushed up past that 50-yard line. They had nobody playing that safety net, allowing themselves to secure that spawn. But Rep, he does end up doubling back. Hasn't gotten spotted with the pre-fire. Does get tagged up. He's looking for more. Still hasn't been able to find anything. He needs to win one more gunfight, and that should be all 4 members down for the side of Aspyre, but they are going toe-to-toe right now with the side of Electrify Steel. 50 Cent, he is saying that MP40 is my best friend as he is looking for the second. Unfortunately, it will be me sitting from the top side of the barn, but Electrify Steel, once again, they had the rotation. Even though they lost the spawns, they still get a majority of this time.
Electrify Steel, for them, the boys are buzzing. You can see CXN right here, 17-6 to start off the first 4 hard points. Moving on to the 5th one now, Rep 11-6. Mies is 13-8. On the other side of things, Aspyre struggling in the gunfights at the moment, and it's showing that on the score. Electrify Steel having more than double Aspyre's score at the moment, sitting 99-48. It's going to take a couple good hard points in a row here for Aspyre to come back, as they are now fighting against poor spawns. And everybody knows on this P5, you can spawn in Narnia, so far away from the hard point, and it makes you lose a whole ton of time. Radix has made his way up through River, and he is going to make an advance onto this hard point, but he just gets absolutely swarmed by Electrify Steel in the back part of P5. And they're going to get a good hold in this P5 as well. And then we go all the way back to P1, which can be the most contested hard point in the history of Vanguard, as it goes back and forth all the time. But what's important during that is spawns for next. And we'll see which team is able to achieve that here as P1 becomes active.
Yeah, and after that first set of rotations, it was a 75-point difference, and unfortunately for the side of Aspyre, they give streaks to the side of me, so he does have that in the back pocket if they do end up losing this P2, and I think this is where you can actually allow yourself to get a little bit more aggressive and maybe fight for a tiny bit more of that P1 time, because you know you have that glide bomb to potentially be able to break that P2, and not to mention you are still holding on to that lead as Mies, typically an AR, but he has been looking mighty nasty, and I thought he had the turn and burn, but it will be Radix ending that streak. But like I said, Aspyre, they are starting to maybe get these rotations down. It's just a matter of how well can they hold the hill.
Yeah, absolutely. 146-53 now. The game is starting to get away from them. They're going to need some gunfights in their favor here to be able to sway map control in their favor, to be able to hold on to those spawns, as you were talking about, as we watch Josh rip Radix apart with that AR. Look at Mies. He's going to find 2 right back to back. Bonk and 50 Cent fall, and the hard point goes in favor of Electrify Steel. They've got P2 in the bag for the moment. And it's going to take a lot of work here for Aspyre to manage to retake this one. And if P3 goes the same way, they might be able to hold on to the spawns, but Electrify Steel could enact that spawn trap and maybe take this one in the next couple hard points. Rep working hard on top of the barn.
Yeah, and Aspyre right now, you have 30 seconds left. You got to fight for every single second. But it's just going to be a matter of, once again, they have the rotations. They have just been getting broken early now with just 15 seconds left on this P2. I'm curious how they are going to be sounding. Let's go to a listen-in with Aspyre.
Stop burning.
Stop burning.
They just jumped on mid.
Cross egg, one cross egg.
Kitchen dead. I don't see this guy in the mud.
Zig again.
Yeah, he's zig. Just one tools.
River dead.
Tools, one bullet.
One more riv. Back tower.
Nothing front.
I don't see back tower. Oh, he's in tower. He's in silo.
Kitchen. Dead.
One stop stairs.
Oh,
Top stairs. Top house now.
He's coming street.
Now we. Tools.
One shot point, one
Pushing me, S&D. S&D, one plat.
Back street, window, one window now.
Aspyre Entertainment sounding like they're common on a need-to-know basis. No sign of lost mentals. Understanding the position that they're in. They're just calling out exactly what they can see and working their best to get towards the hard point here. Electrify Steel was able to switch spawns during that listen-in. But since we were coming up so close to the end, just 10 seconds left, this one's most likely in the bag for Electrify Steel as they've had an incredible hard point so far.
Yeah, just unfortunately, it seems to be a little bit too late. I mean, to what point just any single seconds of scrap that Electrify Steel, they are able to close this one out. And right now, you just look at the KD for the side of Aspyre. Nobody positive. Bonk, the closest one to it. Mies, he will drop 4 to end the game. And Electrify Steel, they will start off the Amateur World League hot as they take the map 1, 250 to 75.
Yeah, phenomenal game by them. If we look at the stats and score lines at the end of this one, and as you can see across the board, Electrify Steel, everybody buzzing. Everybody's positive in the KD department. CXN is even double positive, so is Mies. And that's just going to do it for Aspyre. They couldn't win the gunfights to get them in the position that they wanted to be. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, we're going to have Berlin Search and Destroy for Map 2. Electrify Steel, as you can see on screen, already up 1-0 against Aspyre.
Oh, yeah, it's GG's. He's gonna be heading that right now.
Yeah! Even better!
Hello everybody, my name is Epiphany, staff manager and head of casting here at the AWL, and I am joined by Pyth, our lead producer, as well as Aslo, the league commissioner today. I'm curious how you guys are doing, and if you guys could just go around and just say, of course, how you're doing and what you represent here at AWL, then that'd be great.
Alright, I'll go first. My name is Eli, or you can call me Aslo.
And I'm Pius.
Alright, well, thank you guys, I appreciate it. First question, obviously either of you can answer it, as was the goal of forming the AWL. Why did you decide to make it in the first place?
AWL was born of the idea of creating a sort of premium amateur experience that's similar to the Pro League. And the way that we partner with teams, and the focus is really on promoting the organizations and growing together, and then also supporting the players and also reaching the community. And so there's this kind of multifaceted approach that we hope will be well-rounded and well-received by people.
Awesome. Well, that leads me into my next question, which is, what are you looking forward to about the AWL season ahead, and what are the plans coming up?
Yeah, so first up, and you're watching it right now, is our AWL Vanguard Major right at the tail end of this competitive season. But coming next season with Modern Warfare 2, we'll have a full year-long season that we're planning for that will feature about 4 majors and a champs. And there's a lot of formatting questions we still have to answer before we release what it'll look like. But stay tuned at the end of this Vanguard Major for more details on what's coming around the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream as you got to see a little bit of the in-depth and behind the scenes for the Amateur World League, and you love to see it. Everybody showing their support out there, but let's talk about that Map 1 reader. What did you think about it? And I guess Aspyre, I mean, they have to bounce back here in the Map 2 S&D. What do they got to do to get that done?
Well, you know what? Not a lot of momentum going their way after Map 1, losing by over 150 here. So going into Berlin S&D, you just got to make sure you're not dwelling on the past here. It's a completely different game mode, a different style of game to be played here. Berlin S&D, a staple of Vanguard since the game's launch or competitive launch. So Everybody's got the strats down. It's whoever's able to outduel each other will be the winners of this Berlin S&D. I got to give it to Electrify Steel. Great first map, and they're buzzing. They're going to take that momentum into map 2.
Yeah, and right now I think we're ready to hop on into the Berlin S&D, but the thing I do want to point out about this map is that you have to be decisive in your play calls, especially in a mode like S&D. You cannot allow hesitation. I always say hesitation is death, and if you are just, you know, not sure what you're able to do here on this map, you gotta have that IGL be like, guys, calm it down. You're gonna listen to everything I say if anything starts to get chaotic.
Yeah, there's a good first blood from CXN as we're already early starting this round 1. Mega and Radix are able to even things up 2-2, and Aspyre on the attack are going to look to try to get this bomb planted on B. But as you can see on your minimap there, I believe that's Mies. He is in the B bomb site. It might be ideal for Aspyre to rotate here. Mega does get some information on one of them, though, and he will find Josh. That gives the advantage to Aspyre in a 2v1 scenario. It's up to Mies to clutch the 2v1.
And while Mies actually might have read this extremely well, he just might get bad timing on one of the players, and he does. Aspyre, they will end up getting that round, but Mies, he had a good read. Unfortunately, did not look both ways before jumping down into the middle pile, as it will be Radix grabbing that kill as he finds 2 on the round. A great start for Aspyre.
Yeah, for sure. Now they have some life, and that's something that you can think about. They've already had success on this map. They are going to want to chain a few of these rounds together to start putting the pressure on their opponents, though, and now they got to prove that they can do it on defense as they just did on offense, and it looks like we're going to have a B push right away from Electrify Steel, but they're going to split it up. They're going to look for the picks. They're going to make sure their flanks are covered. As you can see, number 6 on the map, Josh, is still P5 area here, but Aspire's going for the quick plant option on B, or sorry, Electrify Steel on this B site to try to flip the pressure on Aspyre and forcing them to defuse. 50 Cent goes down there. Rep finding 2 immediately back to back. That'll be Radix going down. Bonk gets found by none other than Rep, and he's on a 3 streak in this round alone, and he's looking to find the 4th. It's Mega with an AR, and he's back straight. He's able to find 1. His position is revealed here, and now he's in a 1v3 scenario with no time on the clock on this bomb. So a great attacking round here from Electrify Steel.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that was a big kill as well. If you're able just to find 1 on the round, it would be that player in Rep, because he was looking for that ace, and you just do not want to have that man have any more confidence than he already does. And I like Mega. He's not throwing away his life. He knew that he didn't have enough time, not trying to make the hero play because he doesn't necessarily need to. You got to give him the round. You just do not want to feed any potential streaks for the future. So I think that was a great play by Mega, just playing that one slow.
Yeah, you know, Aspyre comes away with something in that round loss. It wasn't pretty by any means, but Mega is on a 3 streak here, and you could run with that. So you got to take positives from everything. We're all tied up at 1 here. Aspyre going back on the attack. And initially, it looks like they want another B push. It seems to be the favored site here, as, wow, Bonk's able to snipe Rep off the cross, and that's a great first blood to fuel you in the rest of this round.
And I actually kind of want to go to Bonk's POV. Is he running the sniper? No, he actually just beams him from across the map with the automaton, making it feel like a sniper. And I love that quick plant coming on in from Aspyre. Now, if you Electrify Steel, you have to retake this one quick, and it's going to be Mies. Unfortunately, he's just going to get not check the backside. 50 Cent, he will find it. He's surely taking himself to the candy shop. Radix will find that kill onto Khan, and now Josh in a 1v4. And unfortunately, not enough time. And what does he decide to do here? Does he go out and challenge? He tags up 1. But again, he goes out, tries to make the hero play, and that's just giving him a freebies to Aspyre.
Yeah, absolutely. Aspyre not only is going to take that round, but they're going to eliminate all the players on Electrify Steel. I believe Mega kept his life in that round, which is also a positive for them. 2-1, they take a lead. And man, attacker's paradise. Defenders cannot find their groove so far. And it's just which team is going to break this cycle and take a defensive win will take the lead in this game.
Yeah, and I think for the side of Aspyre, I know you were saying they are a strong control team, but I think if you're going to take any map off the side of Electrify Steel, it's got to be a search and destroy. And then if they want to win this series, like you said, it's going to probably have to be in a 2-3-5, just the way that Bocage went. I do not think they're going to have the slay power to be able to keep up, so you have to be able to capitalize on this map like Berlin. I like this quick rotation, but who is going to be waiting? It's going to be Megas. He's on 3 in a row. It's going to be his job to at least find 1 pick, maybe 2. Either way, he knows he's probably not going to make it out of here alive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is a kamikaze play right here as he pops up. He finds 1, he finds 2. Great play by Mega, and he's got 5 in a row now, finding that first blood as well, and it's a 4-2 scenario, and Aspire's got the bomb in their hands, and this could be awful for Electrify Steel. CXN, the last one standing, as 50 Cent gets the beams off here. Rex is going to fall to CXN as well, and it's a 1v1 scenario. He clutches it. The 3 in a row to win the round, and it's heroes like this that decide games, and that was a hero play right there from CXN, finding 3 to win the round.
My God, and right now, if you are Aspyre, that has just got to be a dagger, and Mega's like, guys, I got a double. All we need to do is just not solo chow all the gunfights, and that is exactly what happened. Electrify Steel, Khan, the man just absolutely ripped them apart as he will find another offense as Electrify Steel. What can they get done? Rep, he goes right on in to that P1 area. Mega gonna be trying to shoot through the wall. Can he finish the kill as he will find it? Great job from Aspyre, at least evening up the numbers.
Oh, and it looks like Bonk's going to find Mies as well. This bomb's going to get planted on the A site. Both teams electing to try out A. Aspyre just going to A straight up as Electrify Steel, as we saw in the last round, tried to fake B, a little bit of a blitz action play in that last round. But a 3v2 scenario now for Aspyre. They just lost a 1v3 clutch. Certainly they don't make that mistake again as CXN is able to run up on 50 Cent. Poor timing for him there, and he almost finds the second one in a row, and I would call him the king of multi-kills here, but he did not find that second one right away. Still, Josh is able to give the advantage to Electrify Steel, but this bomb is planted here from Aspyre, and I don't know if they're going to have the time to defuse. Coming off, Bonk's able to find the clutch kill from Long. And I believe that this round is going to go towards Aspyre. CXN has no time. And a good play from Bonk to stay alive and get that kill under pressure.
Oh my goodness. And I honestly, I don't know what Josh was thinking. I mean, he saw the player run back. Like, you could see him as bright as day. I'm not sure if he maybe just need to reposition, get some new glasses, the new lenses not looking right. But either way, I mean, you could see the player run to that back corner and maybe just didn't have the eyesight for it, as that was a great play, though, coming on in from Bonk, as he knew he just had to take that player off a bomb. Khan, unfortunately, not able to hit the shots as cleanly as he would like. Again, it is Aspyre just going toe-to-toe with Electrify Steel.
Bonk getting that first blood on Rep right away. Always a big positive. 50 Cent's going to follow up as well. Just want to mention, Mies sitting here still looking for his first at the moment. Hasn't found any success on this Berlin S&D so far. On the other side of things, CXN's been picking it up. That 1v3 obviously massive. Now he's got 7-3 KD at the moment. And Aspire's playing some good defense here. Now it's a 4v1 scenario as 50 Cent finds his second of the round. And now it's up to Josh with time on the clock. But he's got to pull something special.
Yeah, and right now, I just don't know if he's going to even have enough time to find all 4 of these kills. He's working his way all the way around, but the bomb got taken down in such a bad spot for him. And this will be the first time, like you said, who takes that defense is probably going to be able to potentially take this map as Josh finds one, maybe looking for the challenge. Bonk, I just would not be wanting to challenge out anything on this map. He has 15 seconds left. I don't think he's going to be able to even get the bomb down in time. And he's going to try to rotate this one back as Bonk there. He's just playing the safety net. He's going to get all that info. Josh will fall. Aspyre, they will take that first defense. And now we're coming into the swing round for Electrify Steel. Aspyre, they are just looking so good right now.
Yeah, everything's calm and controlled. Nobody makes any high-risk decisions that we've seen so far. And they were the first team to pull off a defensive victory, as you just mentioned. Now they sit 4-2, 2 rounds up. First time in this game that a team has had 2 rounds on the other, and they find themselves within 1 from match point. Electrify Steel, you got to be getting a little bit worried. The anxiety is creeping in here because they know they got to do something in this round before it becomes very apparent that they need to win the rest of the remaining game to win out the round.
And Khan, he will find that first one, but the trade is immediate from Mega. But Mies, well, what I like to say, he still has not found a kill, sitting at 0-5, maybe looking to potentially take over the new the 007 since Daniel Craig has retired. Still, he has 2 more deaths to go and no kills to maybe add on to that. But right now, it looks like the bomb is already going to go down at this B site. And look how fast Rep has pushed this flank. Number 4, Bonk has no idea, but he will find another one in the middle of the map. And so now Rep sitting in this 2v2 along with Josh, but you still have Mega to deal with on the point, and that guy, he's going to be scary with the submachine gun in hand.
Yeah, it looks like 2v2 scenario, 15 seconds left on the clock. They got to make the push now. Mega falls. They got to hop the bomb here. Bonk's not in the right place to be finding this kill. He tries to pop out quickly, and he's not going to be able to find the man on the bomb in time. And Electrify Steel will find their first defensive victory, getting 1 step closer to tying up this game. Wow, what an exciting finish here. Bonk elects to hop right out of that window, and he will be immediately challenged by Rep. Rep having that big flank early on. And I believe there was an Aspyre member in tower that just missed him, as Rep went all the way around the outside to get into the back of Aspyre's spawn. And we have a 4-3 game. Mies now 0-6, still didn't find that pick. On the other side of things, Mega doing quite well for himself, 7-3. 8-4 is CXN as we move in to the next round. A push here from Electrify Steel, and they are wasting no time on getting on this site. And how many picks can the Aspyre members who are present find here?
Oh my goodness, and you had basically a blind counter from Aspyre to maybe find any of those kills, but unfortunately it will go to the way of Electrify Steel. I just want to talk about that last round. If anybody had a pen and paper, you needed to take notes on that one. Reps watching over his teammate. What he did is, if you have any type of aim assist, and he just ends up sliding to that side, not allowing Bonk to just have a free kill onto that diffuser. But either way, Electrify Steel in this round, they will just come out swinging again. They find the first bloods, they clean it on up, and now it's tied at 4-4.
Yeah, how quickly the momentum can switch in Search and Destroys, as Electrify Steel just down 2, win 2 in a row to get right back in this game. Aspyre needing to find a round here to take back their lead, and they're going to try it over on this B site. They found success here before. It's just about if they can replicate it. And it looks like the P2 building start is what Aspyre is going to be looking at. Mies does get tagged up. He will get finished by 50 Cent's nade. What an excellently placed grenade to be able to take out his opponent. And that's going to be an early first blood for Aspyre Entertainment and an early plant on the B site. Pressure now switches over to Electrify Steel. 3 men still up. 2 of them in fire. And how are they going to retake this? They don't quite have a flank right now, but we could see Rep once again getting into the back.
Yeah, and I kind of like this from Aspyre. They're actually just switching up their positions. When they get that bomb plant down, they're not just sitting, 2 players in the backside. Now they're just going on into that P2, just switching everything up, making Electrify Steel have to clean out every single angle. And now the defuse is coming on in. Unfortunately, it will be Radx finding the kill. Rep on the backside, and oh no! He's giving a few body shots, and I don't know how I feel about that one. If you're Electrify Steel, you're going to be down right now in the 5-4 as Aspyre potentially going to tie this one up in the series count if they come away with this next round.
Hey, it's not a Call of Duty game without a little bit of extracurriculars, and it just means the emotions are flowing on both sides. Electrify Steel showing that a little bit in Rep specifically. A couple body shots, maybe just a couple friendly love taps at the end there he had for Radix. But yeah, Aspyre here with the lead, 5-4. They could win this game on defense if they're able to have a strong round. And it's all about this first pick, especially when you're on defense, to be able to take control early on. Electrify Steel, they're going to opt to go for this B site right away.
Yeah, and I think they just went middle, seeing what kind of information they could gather, and I think they did end up maybe catching a 1 or 2 players cross. So Aspyre, they now have to take this 4v4 retake. Bonk trying to find any kills as he's sitting all the way up in top fire. But look at number 2 on the bottom of your mini-map. That is Mega. He's going to be the player trying to pull that flank. Unfortunately, it will be 50 Cent who does drop first. And so right now the numbers advantage to the side of Steel, but Mega, can he find this opening? I think he actually saw him through the window, but it didn't matter. Rep ends up going down, and now you're going to have a 2v1 potentially on the point, but Khan, he will find that kill. Mega now in a 1v2, just too many players to deal with. Electrify Steel, they will get it to the round 11.
Yeah, what a great read there from Mega. I believe they both saw each other. Mega comes in, wins that gunfight, maybe pulling a little bit of surprise on his opponent. A great gunfight nonetheless. He's only able to find one more before he goes down. Didn't have a lot of help from his teammates in the end there. And we have a round 11 in the first ever S&D of the Amateur World League. How fitting is that? And it all comes down to this. Aspyre on attack, Electrify Steel on defense. It's whoever comes out on top will take the map.
And the one thing I just do not like that Electrify Steel has not noticed. I mean, Aspyre has been favoring this B site a majority of the time, and I think almost every single time they have got it, they found the round besides that last second defuse. So Steel, they blind counter that A, but nobody is home. Mega making sure he's going to clear out all the angles. Unfortunately, Mies actually plays the off-angle door, does end up finding that first blood, and now Khan in the middle of the map. He might have gotten spotted. Now he knows one player is above him in 50 Cent. Can 50 Cent win it? Yes, he can. My God, he is out of control at this moment as he evens it on up, but the bomb's still down in a tough spot.
Yeah, 3-3 here. It all comes down to this last 30 seconds of this round. Everybody's holding angles. Nobody's giving up anything. Although Josh gets a great look at Bonk right there, who had no idea. And it's going to leave Radix last one standing. It's going to be Electrify Steel to take the map in round 11 to go up 2. And they keep their undefeated streak alive now. And what looked like it could have been anybody's map, they're able to pull through here and win this one. What a great game.
Yeah, and right now, if you are Steel, you are feeling on top of the world, but this is a team that I still think needs to improve on the S&D. Yeah, you got it done in a 6-5. You clutch on up, but you just cannot allow yourself to, get to that point. Excuse me, I think they made a few mistakes on the map that they do need to clean on up, allowing some of these kind of 1v1 gunfights and maybe not going to that buddy system early on, but Aspyre also, they just were not able to clutch up when it mattered, and honestly, will that be the day or for the rest of the series?
Yeah, we'll have to find out. Looking at the featured player, Rep, Flex, man, with that AR on the flank twice, finding success. Definitely the player of the game for Electrify Steel in that last map. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, we will have map 3, Tuscan Control, in a showdown. Aspyre trying to stay alive. Electrify Steel trying to close out this match. We'll catch you right after this.
I feel like Envoy. I feel like Stumpy. What's good, guys? Hidden Season. I'm joined here with, oh, not right there, right there. Confid.
Shut the fuck up.
We're going to be going... We're going to be going over the callouts for this beautiful map, Tuscan. Looks like, I don't know, like Cuba, I'd assume.
Bruh. This is Italy, bro. Do you not see the fucking flag? This is back tank. God tank, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Wait, you could honestly, like, I'm sure rank play kids call this Dashy tank or Lamar tank.
Yeah, that's the tank.
I don't know. Usually I just say he's on the back tank. He's on the back tank, playing his life.
So where Sino Pays can't gun me, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out, praise.
I mean, no, is this G8? Is this spot G8 in the AWL? Alright. So I need a sip of Wawa. One sec, bro.
Are you cut?
What was that P2? Nah, I call that T-door, bro. You're tweaking.
Oh,
Think about a P2, that's 2 syllables.
Alright,
that can make all the difference.
Dog, you're not my English.
Yeah, that can make all the difference in the battle, bro. Oh, shout out, praise my shots. Yo.
Praise my bold card.
Alright.
No way, you just said that, bro.
Yeah, a pretty cheeky bastard if you play in this corner right here, I gotta say.
Oh,
Looks
yeah,
like
dick
the,
rock.
bro, what's the cereal? The cinnamon stick? Yo.
Dog.
Now I'm hungry, bro, trust.
You're always hungry.
Here. Okay, dude. It's just, this is roofs. You can call this low roof. Come back this way to P5, where are you going? We literally just covered that.
Brother.
Alright.
Do you call this shit bottom church or front church?
It is front church. It is front church.
Yeah, and that's all the fucking call outs on Tuscan.
Alright, wait.
Cut!
Good.
Welcome back. So we move on to map 3, Tuscan Control. Let's talk about the first few maps. Electrify Steel is able to pull off that round 11 win. Kind of a crazy moment for them. They've got all the momentum at this point, and they're just looking at taking this round 3 or map 3 and taking the entire match. Aspyre Entertainment, on the other hand, are looking at losing the very first match of their season 3-0. So both teams a lot to think about going into this next map. But what do you think is going to happen, Graf?
I don't think that the side of Aspyre is going to be able to come back in this series. I think it will be a 3-0 or 3-1 in the control. I think we're all ready to gonna hop back on into this map. Let's get on into it. But like you said, for the side of Aspyre, it's tough. You lose in the round 11. And the one thing I do want to point out about that map too is the fact that it was 7 first bloods the way of Electrify Steel. And when you are winning a majority of that first bloods, you should be able to come away with that SD.
Yeah, absolutely. Those first bloods mean so very much, especially on a Berlin S&D, and especially for those defensive sided teams. Although this was attacker's paradise in the last map, and both sides were exchanging attacking rounds wins for half of the game until one of them, Aspyre, broke that groove and was able to come through. Electrify Steel answering that way again. Now, moving into map 3, Tuscan Control. Can Electrify Steel find that groove they had in map 1? It is a respawn, and I figured that they will. Starting out on attack on this Tuscan Control. We start out right away with the CXN first blood. Josh follows up with a kill on kill on Bonk, top church, and they're immediately going to start capturing this A site. A great start for them.
Yeah, and right now for the side of Aspyre, it's going to be just so difficult to, be able to win a lot of these gunfights. And Mies, I think he was a big reason why they won that S&D. After he found a few kills, you could just feel the momentum swing going to the side of Electrify Steel favor. But look at that, Reps. He just shut down Mega on that flank. A big kill for him. But the one player that has impressed me from Aspyre, it is Mega. He just seems like he is their ringleader. He's been doing a lot of the dirty work with that submachine gun. Well, let's just hope he can keep it up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Electrify Steel early on this B site too. It looks like they're going to grab a tick. Everybody knows that Tuscan Control is very defender-sided. If Electrify Steel can get an early attacking side victory, they might be able to pull away with this one. It looks like they will. It's only a few seconds away, and they're going to be able to find it. Contested by 50 Cent here. He's able to find that kill. That's a big kill for him. But there's 2 minutes on the clock, and so much lives in favor of Electrify Steel. 10 or 9 now, to be specific, ahead of Aspyre Entertainment. And they're just going to want to hop right back onto this B site after they get a little bit of control. Mies finds one on 50 Cent. He's looking up top, and he grabs Bonk. Top green there. And it looks like Aspire's just getting trapped. Not a lot of gunfights going their way as we look at the kill feed and the score lines at the moment. Mies will fall to Mega there, and he'll have to respawn. But this one's almost in the back of Electrify Steel. They just need to close it out as they launch an assault through P5 here.
Yeah, and I just think Steel is playing with their food at the moment. They know they have this one in the bag unless biting just a full collapse. And look at Khan. He is 9-1, has already secured a glide. So either way, you are just feeling the pressure here for Aspyre. It is 18v3, and it is all the ticks coming through for Steel as they will take a dominating round 1. Aspyre, no answer to the slate power of Steel.
Yeah, certainly. Not a lot of good looks there from Aspyre in that round. I mean, Electrify Steel even took a moment with half of that last tick captured on the B site to maybe build up some streaks. So that's going to leave Aspyre in a pit here, needing to win an attacking round before the end of the game and needing to win the rest of the defensive rounds, which would probably just be one at this point. And a lot of pressure is on them right now, and we'll see what they can come up with by the end of this one.
Yeah, and so far, Aspyre on the offense, just not able to find any of those opening kills. All 4 will go down. Steel, they just seem to be humming right now, and I'm curious how their comms are sounding. Let's go to a listen-in with Rep in the squad.
One's beyond me. Yo, he's on B, on me. Try me.
No,
He's in the back,
Hello?
He's in the back.
It's listening.
I was like, wait, what? Yo, nothing plant.
Oh, shit! Oh, nah, bro.
Nice.
Oh, one more me. Oh, shit! Mid, you just got pissed off, brother.
He's
One
not
shot.
challenged,
Okay.
Oh, they challenged me, bro. He's like out of statue on the point. On A. Try nading him if you can.
I'm going on mid.
I'm trying to
pinch. No, he's are you? Megas, are you?
I got double nade.
He got Kobe.
I saw them both.
Kobe!
Outer,
There's one L. Yeah, there's one L.
Yeah, I think it's chalk it if you can.
Yo, I'm about to beat this kid with a
I got
Forward laying down. Fuck.
Dog, this guy's not
Good
counting
hit,
L, brother. I have a sub.
Wait, guys, we're down in lives. That's what we're gonna do that.
Easy you, one you, one on.
Welcome back. Some good comms from Electrify Steel, although they seem very excited to be on the main stage there for a moment. Definitely doing well still. Aspyre able to capture that A site while we were gone. And they're going to be looking over to this B site. This is one of 2 chances that they'll have to try to tie this up, possibly, depending on Electrify Steel's next attacking round, which will be next round. But it looks like Aspyre still struggling to make their way closer to that B site. They're now losing in lives. They had the advantage moments ago, and down 3 here. They need to find some momentum to get through plat as Radix tries to move up to top green.
Yeah, and so far it is just Steel. They are just dominating every facet of this game right now. Though Aspyre, they are holding strong on the offense, at least making it interesting for the side of Steel. As right now the lives, though, it just simply might come down to it. 50 Cent going out and challenging. He did have the help of Mega, so Aspyre maybe putting the pressure on when you need it the most, and it is currently the side of Steel maybe trying to hold on for their life, as right now it just feels like potentially Aspyre might be able to get this one done in the kills. But either way, if you do so, you might just not have any of the ticks to potentially push it to a round 5 defense.
Yeah, 7-3. Aspyre already at no respawns remaining, and the clock is working against them. Bonk trying to find his way on. He stops that clock just for a moment. Rep is able to find that kill on him. Radix going off for a second, and Aspire's closing down on this site. It's just 50 Cent left, and he gets taken out. Electrify Steel will find their 2nd control round in a row, putting match point against Aspyre, not only in this map, but in this entire game itself.
Yeah, it just feels like it is already out of reach for Aspyre. Mega, unfortunately, the player that was hyping up, sitting at 7 and 14, sitting at double negative at the moment. I'm just curious what he can find here early on the defense. All I think you right now, if you're Aspyre, take it slow. Play at your own pace. Do not allow Steel to dictate how fast they want to play this game. Make sure you are playing at a level you are comfortable with, and maybe that's just with your ARs playing it slow, locking down a little bit more long lines of sight, allowing your submachine guns to move up the map.
Yeah, controlling the pace in the game is ever so important, especially in control. As the defenders, you're not going to want to lose too many lives early on, and that's something Aspire's had to struggle with in this game so far. They need to watch their lives here to make sure that they're able to stay ahead come when that A site gets captured. They're able to find a few there. Khan had an opportunity. He got turned on there as he waited way too long. to grab that kill. Now we sit 25 to 25. A site is captured, and there is an exorbitant amount of time here for Electrify still to capture this B site. Aspyre just looking to hold on to the next round. Mega on Mies finding a good pick there. That's going to break up Electrify Steel's push. Mega will fall, though, to Rep with a pistol after the mags are extended. Khan's able to step on the point and stop that clock, and they're running down Aspire's lives here, 24 to 20. And they might be able to close it out and do it right here. Mega in radio, finding a kill. Still, that tick on B will be found. ESG progress made. Mega going on a little bit of a high-risk challenge will fall to Khan. A part of a three-piece from him before he's finally traded out by Radix. He just finds another one on Josh. Still one Electrify Steel member left, and the rest are going to have to regroup with him. As one tick already captured on B, just looking for that final two for Electrify Steel.
Yeah, I just want to go all the way back to when Khan, I think he was trying to assassinate that player. I don't know if he was maybe just feeling a little overconfident, be like, we got this game in the bag, but either way, it comes back to bite him as he doesn't win that gunfight. But wow, 50 Cent taking it to him as he is starting to maybe hit some shots, but like you said, Steel, they are just draining the lives, and look how far number 3, Rep has just, I swear, been sitting on this bottom steps area watching the flank, and nobody from the side of Aspyre has tried to snip him out, or at least take him out of that position, but it is Radix who will end that streak. Great shots from him. 50 seconds left. Aspyre do have a chance to maybe close out this defense, and it matters by winning a few of these kills and maybe now pushing out the middle of the map, but they are just allowing the side of Steel to move up as much as they want. When you get those kills, you have to allow yourself to get past that 50-yard line and just stagger the push, hold some corners, and right now, Aspyre, they aren't doing it, but they are still getting the kills when they need them.
Yeah, so far so good as they're closing the gap and the lives remaining. 9 to 7, still in favor of Electrify Steel, but they're able to get 4 down and a half in that last play. Rep has made his way up to top green. Josh loses his life to Mega. Still able to get on the point. Nice long shots there from Rep to get rid of 50 Cent in the back. Mies with a nice kill, and that's going to be no respawns remaining for Aspyre. Bonk's able to find one. He gets some help from 50 Cent. It's 5 to 3. This round could be a close one in the end. No respawns remaining for ESG, but it's just 50 Cent standing in the back. He'll grab Khan. How many more can he find before the capture comes through here from Electrify Steel? They also only have 1 second to go. So close from 50 Cent, but it's not in the cards from him. Could have been a highlight reel, but it still is a could have been, as Aspyre will get swept in the series and in the map. 3-0 control for Electrify Steel. What an incredible performance from them in their season opener and the league season opener. It's just a great couple maps to watch and a good look into what's to come in this league. But man, even though it was a little bit of a blowout in the respawns, there's still a little bit of excitement to happen in the S&D. Great game to watch. Certainly talent all across the board.
Yeah, and for the side of Aspyre going down in a 3-0, in the words of 50 Cent, when it rains, it pours. It's just unfortunate like that, and I thought he maybe had that 1v4. I think if Khan did not slide on in when he did, time would have ran out, because there was, what, 1.5 seconds left, but right as the player died, he slid on in, was able to take it, but 50 Cent trying to pull off that 1v4, almost got it done, but again, it is just Electrify Steel. They will clutch up when it mattered most.
Absolutely. Aspyre and Electrify Steel finishing off their first game of the season, and at that, it's still very early on. These two teams could meet again, and I definitely would want to tune in for that one, as this has been quite the couple maps to watch here. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. I've been Reader. I've been joined by Graph the Giraffe. Thanks, buddy, for coming on, and we are going to catch you in the next game. We'll see you then.